jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves.
It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Seahawks and the Texans, and it comes your way next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be commissioner. I can flip that around a little bit. We can just talk about defense. But let's face it, we're talking about two units that rank in the top 5 in the league. So I think this might be a game where you forget about the field goal. You'd better finish your drives with touchdowns if you want to keep up with the Joneses on the other sideline.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get this down to the 10. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. attempt to come here. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got Burton here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Now they try the right side here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Houston. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. And it's caught. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. He'll drop to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Point after, right down the middle, and it makes the score 21 to 0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2nd and 3. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2nd and 2. He gets this one to Boyd. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Burton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He finds his man, complete. It's Burton. And it's a fumble, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Houston.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points, a response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Working with 2nd and 5 now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now back to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on?
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Houston set to take over. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
One of the selling points of the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Boyd. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He completes it to Boyd. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
And And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a dump off here complete, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll look to throw again. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try to run this one in, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Well, the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a throw here, hauled in. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47.
Hands it off out of the gun. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Texans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. He's got Burton here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good